It was a cold night, and the rain wouldn't stop. Thunder cracked across the sky, and the streets were empty. Everyone had locked their doors and stayed inside. Everyone, except one man. And that single act of kindness would change his life forever. David was not a rich man. He lived in a small, quiet house at the edge of town. His clothes were simple, his meals were modest, but his heart was something people often talked about. If someone was hungry, David shared his food. If someone was stranded, David gave them shelter. People would sometimes say, "David is too kind for his own good." But David never listened. To him, kindness wasn't a weakness, it was simply who he was. That night, as the storm raged on, a sudden knock echoed through his house. Knock, knock. David froze. No one ever came this late. Slowly, he walked to the door and opened it. Standing there was a man, soaked from head to toe, shivering, his face pale and his eyes restless. "Please," the stranger said, his voice trembling. "I just need somewhere to stay for the night." David hesitated. Something about the man felt off. His instincts whispered caution. But then again, David remembered the times when he had nothing, when strangers had shown him kindness without asking questions. He stepped aside. "Come in," he said. That night, David gave the man dry clothes, warm food, and a place near the fire. The stranger barely spoke, but his eyes wandered constantly, scanning the room as if searching for something. David noticed, but chose to ignore it. Days passed, and the stranger stayed longer than expected. Slowly, he began helping around the house, fixing broken shelves, sweeping the floors, even cooking meals. Over time, David's suspicion faded. They began to laugh together, to talk more. It started to feel like he wasn't just helping a stranger anymore. It felt like he had gained a companion. Then one night, everything changed. David woke up to a faint noise, a creak. His heart began to race as he stepped quietly out of his room. The house was dark, the fire nearly out. He moved slowly, carefully, until he saw him. The stranger. Not asleep, not resting. He was going through David's belongings. Drawers were open, boxes scattered, and in his hand was David's savings. Everything he had worked for, everything he had. "Stop," David said softly, his voice barely above a whisper. The stranger froze, then turned slowly. For a brief moment, silence filled the room. Then his expression changed, cold, empty, unfamiliar. "You shouldn't have trusted me," he said. Before David could react, the stranger shoved him aside and ran out into the storm. By the time David reached the door, he was gone, vanished into the darkness. By morning, everything was gone. David sat in his empty house, surrounded by silence. No money, no savings. Nothing left but the echo of his decision. The town soon heard what had happened. Some shook their heads, others said, "We warned him." A few whispered, "Kindness is weakness." And for the first time in his life, David began to question himself. Had they been right? Weeks passed, and life became harder than ever. But something unexpected began to happen. One by one, people started showing up at David's door. A woman he once helped brought him food. A man he had once sheltered offered to repair his home. A family he had supported gave him money. Even strangers, people he barely remembered, came forward to help him. It didn't make sense. One evening, as David sat outside his home watching the sunset, an old man approached him. "I heard what happened," the old man said gently. David nodded. "I was there," the man continued. David frowned. "There?" "In the rain," the old man said. "That night, I was across the street watching." David's eyes widened. "I saw you hesitate," the old man said. "I saw the fear in your eyes, but you still chose to open the door." The old man paused, studying him. "I've spent my life observing people," he continued. "And that man who robbed you, he's done the same thing to many others." David's hands tightened. "But none of them let him in," the old man added softly. "Only you did." David looked down, confused. "Then why does it feel like I lost everything?" The old man smiled gently. "You didn't lose everything," he said. "You revealed who you are, and now the world is revealing itself to you." David looked around, the people who had come to help him, the life slowly rebuilding, the kindness returning to him in ways he never expected. And in that moment, something shifted inside him. He hadn't been wrong to be kind. He had simply been kind, without caution. From that day forward, David remained the same man, but wiser. His door was still open, but his eyes were sharper. His heart was still generous, but guided by understanding. Because he had learned something most people never do. Kindness is not weakness, but kindness without awareness can cost you. If this story meant something to you, like, subscribe, and share to family and friends.